Alright guys, welcome back to part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 of the Blacking Out the Sport Glide series. And the theme of blacking out the bike hasn't been the only theme of these videos. The other theme of every time I try to film doing all this stuff, look at this. Pissing down with rain. Hasn't stopped raining for the last couple of weeks. I'm sick of it. Anyway, for those who think that Australia is always sunny and warm, right now it isn't. Anyway, stop whinging. Rightio, the story so far, as anybody who's been following the series is aware, I blacked out the primary cover. I then got some black heat shields and put black heat shields on the exhaust. I then started tackling the transmission and cam cover, and in order to black them out I've got to remove the exhaust, and that in itself proved a little bit of a challenge, but it wasn't too bad. So today's video we're going to tackle the transmission cover. We're going to remove that and replace it with a black one. Alright guys, so this is the black transmission cover that we're going to be putting on the bike today, and this is the new gasket for the transmission cover also. Pretty important to change the gasket, I believe. I don't know, for the sake of the price of the gasket, I don't know whether you have to or not, but I'm doing it. But yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool. So let's tackle these bolts and get the transmission cover off. Alright, we've got a 3/16 Allen on a 3/8 of an inch drive. Alright guys, now the biggest challenge of the whole thing was getting this C-clip out from here. And basically it was like that. So what I did was I got my C-clip pliers like that in there, and I just slowly, you've just got to slowly drift it around until it took a while. I also used pliers just to grab on and try to twist it around. You basically got to twist it around until you free up this part of the C-clip so it becomes loose from this, and then you, with your pliers, I just twisted it about and over and it just came loose. Yeah, it took a while to get it off. It took me about 20 minutes, 25 minutes to do that. Wasn't easy. I've managed to not damage the actual C-clip, so that's pretty good. So that is the bit that we needed to get off. So now we can continue. Now in behind here, when you lift this up, you've got 3 ball bearings that sit in here, as you can see. And these 3 ball bearings, they just sit like that in there. So do not lose them. And then twist this off. I haven't actually done this before, so I'm trying to figure it out. That's it. You just do it like that. Just, if you can see that there, it just goes in, twist it round, and then it will ultimately go back in like that with the ball bearings. So I've taken it off, twisted it round and slid it off. Easy. And now we just feed, I think. No, this needs to come off, does it? Yep. And then voila, it is off. Now let's get the black one on. Alright guys, I've got the seat clip back on. It's not impossible, you've just got to be patient. I'm not mechanical, so if I can do this, anybody can do it. Basically, one end of the seat clip was hanging out here, and I just basically got the pliers, lifted it over that edge, and it went back into this little groove. And then I got the pliers and I just slid it and slid it and slid it along until it came around a bit there. And that's pretty much where it was before, so that's not going to go anywhere. So cool. So pretty much that's what we're going to look like when we tighten it all up. We're pretty good. Alright, let's get this mofo back on the bike. Alright folks, now we're at the exciting part. We're going to get the new transmission cover on. So first of all, we'll let's get this bad boy on first. And the top two bolts, guys, are smaller than the rest, so just make sure you're aware of that. So we're just going to get them in, and then we'll just tighten them up with a bit of a star pattern, bit of a sporadic pattern, just so that there's an equal amount of pressure put onto the gasket. So just getting them seated, as they say, and then we'll go from there. I've just given the bolts themselves a couple of sprays with the old spray can just to darken them up a bit, which looks pretty cool, I reckon. And there we have it, guys. One new black transmission cover and a Harley Davidosn Sport Glide. Cool. Alright, let's just give it a bit of a wipe down.